My name is Doret de Ruyter, or Doret de Ruyter in English. I'm from the Vrije Universiteit Amsterdam in the Netherlands, and I'm an assistant editor of the Journal of Philosophy of Education. Well, I'm an assistant editor, and I'm not from Britain, so in that sense I'm contributing to the international character of the editorial board, and with another person from Cyprus actually. We're two assistant editors who are not from a UK country, and so that's the smaller part of the editorial board, and the editorial board at large also has a few people from outside Britain, so that contributes to the international character of the editorial board as well. I wouldn't say that internationalization in itself is necessarily good. I mean, of course, the articles have to have a high quality. But what we do see is that the authors who do contribute to the journal come from a wider range of countries now from around the world, and actually say people from not only the Netherlands or the other lower country Belgium, but also from say Spain, Italy, and even from Iran we had a contribution. But we still see, what we see is that people from say more say African countries or Asian countries, Latin American countries are still underrepresented. And what I think is good about the fact that also the authorship becomes more international is that our readers are from around the world. I mean, it's globally distributed, our journal, and in that sense I think it's also good that the authors come from the countries in which the journal is read as well, and the fact that people who from other countries sort of grapple with the same issues that say people from Europe work on as well, gives it an interesting focus or idea as well, that in the sense that people might work from it on the topic from a somewhat different tradition or from a different perspective, and so I think that is good and interesting for all our readers. And the only thing I would say is that even though continental Europe is well represented in the authors and on the editorial board a bit, what is interesting is that there are two major countries in Europe, continental Europe, which are Germany and France. And Germany particularly has a very long history of philosophy of education, which is different from the British history of philosophy of education. And Germans tend to still write in German because it's a large population, and I think that would be very good if we were able to draw in more people, more authors from Germany to write for our journal, and also from France. And the French philosophers of education also tend to write in French, and are quite difficult to draw in. And what is interesting is that French philosophers are very often read or well read and used in the development of philosophical ideas by philosophers of education from Britain, for instance. But French philosophers of education do not feature as highly in our journal. So those two countries, I think, it would be very interesting to have more contributions from them.